Hey, chillax. Calm down. Aguilar. Please, everybody, take your hands off him. Please take your hands off him. Do y'all feel in danger? Am I
Wait, they can't find our clips, so I'm gonna have to.
Ready? Yeah.
Am I out? Everyone's trying to do it.
Hey, Sarge, let's start with your name.
Yeah, first and last name. Spell it.
Just make sure everyone's ready first. Sergeant FAM, East Peace Bar, District Crimes Division. It's FAM, PHAM. On this particular incident, at approximately 3 o'clock in the morning, officers were investigating an accident where a Jeep hit the curb, going around the Hidalgo turn over here. While they're on that scene, a record driver was picking up the Jeep. A Honda comes around the corner, hits the officer, 2 record drivers, and the driver of the Jeep that were standing outside. The officer and the driver of the Jeep were both transported to the hospital. They both had pretty good injuries, but they're all non-life-threatening and all in stable condition. The 2 record drivers that were hit, they're still here on the scene. They just, got a couple of bruises, but they're really okay. The driver of the one that struck everyone out there, they checked him out. He doesn't show any signs of intoxication, so he's probably going to give a couple of citations just for causing the accident. I believe one other accident, that driver did show intoxication, so Midwest Patrol officers are going to take care of that investigation part for DWI. And for that, any questions?
How's your officer?
Officer is he's pretty banged up, but he's got a pretty good injury, but it's not
Just so we understand, the driver of the Honda Accord was the one that
struck all the 4 people standing outside.
and that was the driver apprehended for
No, that driver was found not to be intoxicated, so he's
not
going
to
to
be
get citation.
intoxicated. The driver that was found to be intoxicated is
Yeah.
the driver of the Jeep.
Yeah.
That's around 6:10:59. That was officer involved too, right?
Yeah. On that one, might as well do it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Okay, on that one, 3600 block of West Loop, at approximately 1:40 in the morning, central officers were dispatched to an accident on the freeway, northbound lanes of 610. While they were blocking traffic on that one, officer had his per emergency lights activated. He was blocking about the middle lane of traffic. That car RDX comes up, hits that patrol car from behind. She had pretty significant injuries, but she will be okay, not life-threatening. Driver of that car was evaluated for DWI. One of our DWI officers is doing a blood draw warrant. He's conducting that part of the investigation. At that point, I can't tell you anymore about DWI.
So busy morning for HPD out on the roads. And
Yeah. Yeah, pretty busy, so.
So can we just go back to that first crash and get that all done and off the table? Are these people, were they coming in from party at St. Patrick's Day last night, Slick Road?
Well, I believe the first one on the freeway, he was coming back from the rodeo, had a couple of drinks. So obviously, when you drink and drive, nothing good happens out of that.
You know that the driver was coming from the
Possibly.
And that's the other accident
Yeah,
you're saying?
the one on the freeway.
Did you all expect this because of St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
Or out?
It's a combination of Texas 2K, rodeo, and St. Patrick's Day, so it's a combination of bad things.
Is it always busy usually this time of year after that holiday, or do you always run into crashes like that?
It varies, but yeah, it's good.
The people that were sitting outside that were hit, you said it's 2 record drivers, 1 HPD officer, and then who's the 4th person?
She was the driver of the first accident.
The Jeep. She was the driver of the Jeep.
Correct.
She's the one who you believe is intoxicated.
Possibly.
Possibly.
So it was 4 people hit?
Yes.
Yes.
And they were all standing outside the Jeep.
Yeah. They're working on that crash when the other car came up.
So I just want to be clear, it was one accident that happened here, and then the second when they got hit.
Yeah, then found on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
How many people arrested then involved in this whole situation?
On this scene,
Yes.
that everything's still under investigation, so I can't really give a straight up answer for that.
There was anyone taken away though? We saw someone in handcuffs out here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That one might be an unrelated matter that I was talking with Patrol Sergeant about. It's an unrelated matter from the accident.
Okay, so no one here involved in this accident was. What about about the intoxicated?
They're all in the hospital right now. So
Got it.
while they're doing the investigation, they're doing things like blood draws and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The 2 people transported from this scene, an officer and the driver of
Well,
the
the first
jeep.
accident, another accident. Yeah.
Sarge, do you think that the slick roads played a role in some of this?
It's possible. Everything's a factor in everything, so it's hard to say unless you're in the position of the driver. But that's always a factor, possibility.
And if anyone who is familiar with this turn, they just know how sharp it is.
Yeah. I used to work control turn, so I know it's a very sharp turn, so you have to get on the brakes. Otherwise, what's happening over here is going to happen if you're not familiar with the area, like you said.
Are the injuries pretty serious, Robin?
They're pretty serious, but they're all not life-threatening, so they should eventually be okay.